Hey guys, welcome back to the recitation on fundamentals of NumPy. In this video, we'll be learning about flattening arrays. A flattening operation is when you convert a multidimensional array into a single dimensional array. In most of our homeworks, we'll be only dealing with multidimensional arrays, but sometimes we will need to convert a multidimensional array to a single dimensional array and flatten it out, especially when we have a multidimensional array at the output of a neural network and we need to convert it to a single dimension. So let's suppose we have an array k which has a shape of 5, 6. We can use the flatten function and we can see that it converts the original array into a single dimensional array. And the key thing to note here is that the flatten function does not flatten the array in place. It creates a copy of the original array, and so we have to store it in a new variable. And we can also look at the order in which the array has been flattened, and we can see that the first 6 elements of the k1 array are the elements of the first row of k, and the second 6 elements of k1 array are the elements of the second row of k. And we can also print the shape of k1 and see that it's 30, nothing. We can also flatten the array along its columns, and for doing that we pass a variable capital F to the flatten function. And here we can see that the first element of k2 is the first element of the first row of k. The second element of k2 is the first element of the second row of k, and the third element of k2 is the first element of the third row of k. We can also flatten an array using the reshape function, and for that we just need to pass in an argument of -1 to the reshape function, and it'll do basically the same thing. Another function that can be used to flatten arrays is called the ravel function, and it basically does the same thing as the flatten function, but there's a key difference between the flatten and the ravel function. And let's look at the difference, and let's look at what the difference is. So here we have an array of a shape 4, 5, and we can use the flatten function and the ravel function, and we can see both of them give us the same result. But if we use the flatten function and then modify the any value in the new array, it does not change the value in the original array. But if we use the ravel function to flatten an array and we modify any element in the flattened array, it'll also change that value in the original array. And this is because the ravel function does not create a copy of the original array. It just returns you a view or a reference of the original array, and because of this, if we change any value in the new array, it also affects the original array. So I would suggest keep that in mind when using the ravel and the flatten functions.